Hello, everyone. I am checking my settings right now to make sure you can hear me. Yes, you can. All right. So I am Heather, and we come to you live each and every day, Monday through Thursday. So you can learn Luminess, what we have to offer, what it is, what it's about. And it doesn't matter what stage you're at, what level you're at. You could be waiting on an airbrush. You could be ordering one, interested in ordering one. You could have it for a month and never even opened it. You could be airbrushing for a month. You could be airbrushing for years, but we are here for you. And so it's a way for you to ask questions and get your answers right now. Obviously, I start with no makeup on, and then we go into doing the makeup. So I also go over the basics as far as what you get, how to get started, those kind of things. And then we will also go into other makeup. So you get to see other products that we have and what we have to offer. So let's do that. Hello, Cindy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is your Wednesday? It is Wednesday, right? Yeah. How is your Wednesday? I hope it's good. I'm gonna turn on my fan. All right, let's do this. So this is one of our systems. This is the Breeze. This is our most popular system. It is our cordless and chargeable. I don't know why I want to combine those words. Cordless and chargeable system. It is our newest system. It is amazing. When you order a system, whether you're ordering the Breeze, the Icon, or the Legend, you're going to get 2 bottles of foundation. We give you 2 bottles of foundation because you're ordering a range of makeup. You're ordering like a range as far as like fair, medium, tan, warm, deep. So just getting into that range, and then when you get it, you can pick the shade that's going to match you best. Now, what's great about Luminess is that you can be color matched 365 days a year, because you can use one shade by itself, you can use the other shade by itself, or you can even mix them. And so you do have that perfect mix 365 days a year. We also give you Love, which is a hydrating illuminator. It's going to give your skin some luminosity. And then we also have the blush, and we all know that our blush is bold. So you're only going to want to use 2 drops of that blush. If you use more, you're going to look gray, and we don't want that. So this is what we want you to do right here. You're going to hold the Breeze just like this, move it around, move it around, move it around. But while you're doing that, you're going to keep it 4 finger widths away from your face. It's not a race. You're not going, blah, 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 blah. You're just moving it, moving it, moving it slowly, always pointed directly at you. And then you're barely going to pull down on that trigger. That is the last thing you want to remember. So those are ways to practice. So, hey, Jeannie. Hey, Mia. Hello, Andrea. Nice to see you. Good morning, Pam. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I needed some extra coffee this morning. All right. I'm trying to think if I want to kind of mix it up a little bit. You know what? I will mix it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, do you do lives on holidays? No, ma'am, I do not. Like major holidays? Is that what we're talking about? I don't. I'm sorry. I don't even think we play. I don't even play alive. Or maybe I do. I can't remember. That was like last holiday ago. Let's go. I'm going to go in with the glow. I like glow. What ends up happening is like I'll use glow for a little bit, like for a while, and then I'll end up using the concealer, CC concealers for a while. It just depends. I'll get hooked on something, and then I'm like, oh, let's try something else, and then I'll get hooked on that. But you can always change it up. What holiday were you worried about, Andra? Good morning, Lori. All right, I put my drops of glow right into my foundation well. I'm going to do this underneath my eyes, nose area where I have some discoloration, my redness, my broken capillaries. Now, a lot of people, yeah, we're live. A lot of people ask, they're like, when I do my classes, because I do classes on Mondays and Wednesdays at noon, you can check the link below and click on the class and book a class with me. But every time I get the question of how it's hard to spray underneath the eyes. And it is a little difficult. It's going to take some practice, but every time you have this in your hand, you're learning. And so when I go under my eyes, I'll look up because that stretches the skin how I want it. Then I tell you always to keep this level and pointed directly at you. However, when I do my eyes, I'll do this, whoop, where I'll just angle it down a little bit, move it, then pull down on that trigger, and then I move all the way down. I also want to make passes because right now I only made one pass, but I do want to go back and make another pass to get the coverage that I want. So I'll go back. And you can also practice this with just the air. Because when you're practicing with just the air, there's nothing, you can really just concentrate on where the air is going. That way you can feel it. Because like if I'm right here pointing it down just a little bit, I can still feel air right there. So I know my makeup is going up there. Does that make sense? So you don't have to hold it like right there to have that happen. If that makes sense. Well, thanks, Lori. All right, so I'm just hitting those problem areas that I'm trying to get a jump on coverage, so I can get that covered and move on. Andrew said, just major holidays, no particular one. Oh, she's like, I just don't want to miss out. All right, now I'm going to do, so I did some makeup for homecoming this past weekend, and the looks that all the kids wanted was the very bronzed, glowy look. And so I was going to use our matte bronzer, but I'm using it as kind of a contour, but kind of a blush as well, if I want to stick with that bronzier look. I told you before when we were doing the blush, that the blush is coming up a little higher now to kind of do that blush contour. So I'm still kind of doing that with the matte bronzer. Okay. So I'm going to put my drops in here. I'm going to put about 3. And every time you use Airbrush, it doesn't matter if you use it every single day, the bottles every single day, or if it's one you haven't used, you want to shake them, guys. You need to shake them up. So I have my matte bronzer, and now I'm going to start in and do the cheeks, but more on the upper side. Okay, see how, ooh, okay, look at that. And then I can come up a little bit more to the temple area. And I kind of smirk when I do my blush, but see how it's kind of raising. And then of course I'm going to do my neck. All right. So that's all I'm going to do. Now, yes, I did do this before the foundation. I haven't done the foundation yet. All I did was pre-coverage with the glow. And then I did the matte bronzer to get that kind of golden bronzy look, but I'm using it as blush. And then now I can go in with my foundation. And I'm going to use the Silk 4-in-1. Powder blushes. Oh, I think we only have 2 powder blushes. We only have, what's it called? Yeah, we have more options in the Airbrush blush than we do on regular. So Jen, you're ahead of the game. All right, so now I have my foundation in here. I'm going to start and make my pass. And I make one complete pass. Okay. So I made one complete pass, but there's still areas like right here. I want to blend that little guy a little bit more. So ooh la la. And there we go. So when I get to my foundation, after using pre-coverage, after doing the matte bronzer as kind of a contour blush, all I'm doing is using that foundation to blend everything out, to soften it a little bit. When we're new to airbrushing, we tend to pull down a little bit too hard and spray too hard with the foundation or with the product. So doing the blush or doing the bronzer first is going to help soften everything. It'll help soften the look. So now I'll go in with my Optics Highlight and Strobe. Let's use this brush. And I'm going to use, what color is that? Clarity. Kind of brush it, just high cheekbone area. Down my nose and right there. Got a little bit carried away right there. Use a powder brush. Ooh la la. Now, what do I want to use now? I'll still go in. Oh, you know what I'm going to use? The Cut 1 palette. This still has, and you can tell, oh, not this one. It's a newer one. You can tell I love this one. But this one, all the Cut palettes, this one has a shimmer. All of them do. And so you can use that shimmer. If you don't have the Optics, but you have the Cut, you do have a shimmer that you can use on there. It's a little bit softer, which I kind of like a little bit better. So it's not going to be as hard to use. Yeah, Airbrush is very forgiving. I'm going to use one of the contour palettes as my eyeshadow. And just kind of blend that in on in right there. So if you're in a bind and you're like, oh, I don't know what eyeshadow, you can use the Cut palette. Just like so. Ooh, got an eyelash in my eye. All right. So there you go. Now, the other thing, I'm going to go in, and I already had Dusty Rose on my lips, of course, you know. Okay, wait, I have an eyelash in my eyeball. Hey, Amber, how are you? Need to turn that eyelash back up. It got trapped. There we go. All right. So I already had the lip on. I was like, what was I talking about? I already had the lip on. And so now I can go in and I'm going to use the red. I've been digging the red a lot lately. So I'm going to put this over it. So if you're scared of red, you can do it softer. So again, nude lip already on. And right over it. I feel like there's a hair there. Okay. Got some fudge. And then, now you talk about staying power. If you're just using the lip liners, there's a lot of staying power. Number one, they're so creamy. They're very, very creamy. And what we can do is pound that color in. So if I'm going, oh, Mia loves the red. Yeah, it's always good to find like your red, like your signature red. We have tons of options. Everyone has a good red that they can use, okay? It's just finding which one works best for you. The reason I love red is because this was pretty much a natural look until we put the red on. A pop of color can change your look. Whether it's red, whether it's pink, whatever color it is, a pop of color can really dress it up. Oh, Cindy loves poison apple. It is, Andrea, it is really matte. It is super matte. Our lip liners are very creamy, but I think last time I did this, I had a gloss on, and then I blotted it off, and then it was a little more slippery. So it wasn't as bold, but this is super matte. It's going to stay in place. Let's see if it gets on my straw. It doesn't even get on my straw. So you can like pound that color in, and I feel like, yeah, look at that, guys. Nothing. So that's pretty cool. It's not going to get on your teeth, all of that. So yeah, I'm digging that right now. Do I have it on my teeth? No. So there you go. There you go. Oh, you feel like Snow White? That's awesome. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't like, seriously, these are awesome. Number one, they're easy to carry, but they have that same power. I use our lip liners as lips, full lips, all the time, because of that staying power. But it is definitely going to be matte. And matte is really in. Matte lips are really in right now. It's the latest trend because it does have that staying power. So there you go. All right, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me on this Wednesday. For the last 16 hours? Oh, girl. Cindy Lou. All right. Oh, Mia, it is crimson. Yeah, crimson. This is the only red that we do have. We also have a really pretty, here, let me show you. This red is really a good red. I really do like it. I don't know if this makes sense, but it's a very clean, clear red. Does that make sense? Of course, Dusty Rose. We have this pink. This is Naughty Pink. Tangerine. Look at that. Tangerine. Now, tangerine mixed with the Dusty Rose would also be awesome. And then we have Stark. And we sometimes forget about Stark. I'm going to show it to you real quick. It's really pretty. It's like a step up from Dusty Rose. If that makes sense. Let me show you. So it's a little bit bolder than Dusty Rose. Now, when I'm doing this, Dusty Rose looks really pink on me. But it's going to be great to have them, like for fall. For fall, you would go maybe to Stark. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. So, all right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. So glad to see everyone here today on this Wednesday. Yay! And I look forward to seeing you again. All right. Talk to y'all soon. Bye for now.